Hey, what's going on? How you doing? So, yeah, I'm with Jimbles. What of it? What are we doing here? What a strange Monday. What a strange Jimbles to be having on this Monday. What a strange, unshaven Jimbles to be having on this Monday. Good lord. Yeah, okay. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this. Other than, hey, happy Monday. I hope you're ready for some more Stray Gods. I hope you've been having a very good week so far because there is much more of it to come. I gotta tell you, the coming has not yet started. More coming will happen. Okay, again, got caught in a loop, fell into a hole, we got stuck. It was sticky, is what I'm saying. Okay. I'm doing a bit. I'm actually delaying because I wanted to paste a screenshot of all the jobs I applied for today. And, like, I can do things while talking, and you can't see my hand, so who knows what I was doing the whole time, right? Copy-pasting things. Fine. Got my very lightly flavored water, got my happy Jimbles, got Stray Gods running in the background. That's the lovely background music you can hear. And we even have an Emma Stitches hosting some friends while they cook dinner. Sounds like a good Monday evening to me. I hope all of you are having a great Monday evening as well. If you're perhaps not watching this on a Monday, well, rats, that's good. Good job. That means you're in the VODs. I'm going to shout out all the people in the VODs because they are playing the game with us, though not at the same time. You have become unstuck in time. Everything will be okay and nothing will hurt. Probably read Slaughterhouse 5 again, so I actually get the full context of that quote. It's been a few years. It was like first or second year English Lit University. I did not do amazing. Oh, hello, comrade. Well, what? Pseudo-divine sex. Yeah, okay. Okay, the term for like the shimmering oil, the unique flavor and taste of the seasoning of a wok that's been used multiple times. It always sounded like a very sexual term for me. Maybe that's just Joshua Weissman. You made bromas fried rice? Hell yeah. Good job. Remember, Stray Gods is not your style, right? Not only is it a musical where people are singing their emotions at each other with very, very little subtlety, you weren't a theater kid. So you're not a big Greek mythology type either. He was? How do you get away with not doing musicals? It's Scout Theatre. Does Gang Show count? I think it definitely counts, but that only happens once a year, you know? It's not like the once a term insane obsession you go through. I wasn't a theatre kid either. Six-month rehearsals at Gang Show? Jesus fuck, okay. I take it back. Fucking hell. Kids, yeah, fair enough. God. Oh, I never did theatre at, like, in school at all, which is a little weird. I don't know if my son will. Who knows? That would be good fun. I want to encourage him to do things like Scouts, because having some sort of structured hangout and play with other people sounds pretty great. Yeah, there are assholes in Scouts. Yeah, man, there are assholes everywhere, but I'm not going to wrap him in, like, bubble wrap and never let him leave the house. He's going to get his own bad habits, but I don't know. Do you trust organized sporting events more than you do the Scouts? I think I do. I think the part I hate the most is they're probably like, do you still need to swear fealty to the Queen in the Scouts? Probably not, because we don't have a Queen anymore. Rip Bozo. But kinda? Alright. There's a running joke that like this is it's not a secret, it's just like a loophole not many people know about. You need to register all vessels for domestic commercial use, right? And in Australia. And A kayak is technically a vessel. That's why we don't say boats or ships, because you need to register vessels and kayaks, and neither a boat nor ship. They need to be registered in some way. The Sea Scouts of Australia have like an exemption that just says whatever, it's fine. You don't need to register each individual kayak because that's insane. You have so many, don't bother. We'll do seaworthiness assessments in another way. It's fine. This amps the secret knowledge. So this technically does mean that Sea Scouts could have an unknown number of seaworthy vessels strike at us from any time. Ridiculous. How militaristic are the Sea Scouts? Are the regular scouts like... Yeah, see? Exactly. Probably a good thing. It's like, how much information do they share? The Sea Scouts are for like naval operations. The ground scouts. Oh, they're a oh, yeah, they are. Do they get made fun of? Because there's international scouting events every now and then, right? Hey, Luxie. They get the World Scouts together every now and then. Ooh, a sub. Thank you, Luxie. Love it when you sub to me. Because I bet some nations are much more hardcore about it, and then you get to make fun of them for being tryhards. They're the odd ones out, because we're chill, more chill than the rest of them. Oh. You turn it off yet, Luxie? I also heard that the Australian Scouts are much more likely to be massive drunkards than the rest of them. And knowing what I know about Australia, that makes a lot of sense, right? I like how you can hear the menu clicking in the background. Yes and no. Alright. Yeah, I believe it. Because of our tourists. Our tourists are massive drunks. Beep. Video game time. Let's play some Stray Gods. Comrade, it is good to have you, but like, if you're not into this game, you're not into this game. Play something in the background. Whoa, we will never host another World Moot. Cowards, bring it on. Only 7 people got pregnant. Making that up. I think we talked to Freddy before we talked to Pam. So, like a quick roundup.
Hey, so what's the news, Miss Muse?
Miss Muse.
Well, does a muse have a proper form of address? I just want to hear what exciting adventures you've been having.
Well, I went to a party held by the goddess of love, and she died.
Man, I always miss the really good parties. Here I was, sitting at home, just reading a book. Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is on my
Not
list
just
soon.
yet, no.
I'm pretty excited.
Okay, well, let me know if there's
When I
anything
finish
I can do.
Celasta on Sunday.
If I have to hustle to become your
Which one?
high priestess, well, so be it.
Oh, she wants it. Did it recognize my controller this time? Yes? Alright, now I can sit slightly more comfortably. Let's go. What do you know about the gods?
Exactly how much do you know about the Greek gods, Freddy?
I know my Greek mythology, but what I've read clearly doesn't line up with who they are today.
Yeah.
Or who they ever were, maybe.
Still might be useful. There's got to be some truth to those stories, right?
Partner in crime,
Maybe.
baby.
Who do you want to hear about?
Thing.
What about Apollo?
Okay, so the prophecy stuff checks out. Apollo was god of the sun
Yeah.
and light, but also kind of enlightenment in general. He's always talked about as this beautiful and cultured god involved with the arts and the muses, kind of a Renaissance man before the Renaissance.
He's clearly had a rough time since those days.
Well, he was
Making fun
also
of
a
him.
giant horn dog, Grace. I can list
Yeah,
off
me
like
too,
a dozen
baby.
men and women Apollo has had as lovers, and there's probably more.
Oh,
Weren't they all like
no.
that, though?
I mean, Apollo's no Zeus. He never assaulted anyone as a swan. And no, they
Thankfully.
aren't all like that. Our sun god had a reputation.
Yeah, I'm sorry about your Quest NPC disappearing into the void. I'm honest, like, I'm not surprised that it's a good fucking game. I think it's actually funny that you like, you have been conventing about them being in early access for a long time, and I read a really good article about it. Of course, I read a really good article. It's by, oh, fuck. God damn it, what's his name? He's really cool. Journalist Jason Schreier. Yeah, read a great article with Jason Schreier. He's like, yeah, one of the main reasons it's possible for them to do that is that they're not a publicly traded company. They can do that because they're allowed to say, we're going to take it on the chin. We don't need to show profit to shareholders year after year. And we don't have to justify not making a profit to shareholders, so just save that money for a bit and work. Oh. Look, if we ever get a deep dive on what sort of development strategy they do use, I know a very pretty person who'd love to hear all about it. Not just you, comrade. Yeah, so like, okay, back on track with Freddy. You're right, Luxie, that's a fucking great expression.
Just how many of these gods are there? From what I've heard, lots of idols live around here.
Well, there are tons of minor gods in Greek mythology, hundreds even, depending on how you define them. Oddly, there's never any mention of the word idols in relation to them. Maybe it's like how people worshipped idols?
I sort of assumed it was related to the eidolon.
Which is a Greek word, but I think it means ghost. An image of someone after they die.
Makes sense.
Me? I'm more amazed at all the big names missing. Not just Zeus and Hades, most of the Olympians seem to be gone.
Yeah, well, fuck 'em.
Makes you think about what's been lost. But also, what
So,
might still be out there?
Like, I'm hoping we'll learn more, right? Maybe it's like they're not around because they were killed, or there's no one around to give their power to, or they didn't want to give their power to the person. I don't know.
You think there might be other gods out there?
Well, there are all those gods the idols say wandered off. We don't know they're dead for sure, right? They could be living it up in Australia. Who would know?
We would.
Then there are all the other mythologies, hundreds of cultures, each with their own pantheon. So what's so special about the Greeks? That only their gods are real,
Yes,
right?
yes.
All
Glad
those
you
other
fucking mentioned
pantheons
it.
could
Look
be
at that.
living in secrecy, just like the idols. And that means they're hidden from each other, too.
I'd
they
know.
are everywhere,
Foxy.
and no one would know.
It's like a whole other secret side to the world.
Yeah, it's cool, right? I hope I get to meet Ganesha one day. Or maybe Lakshmi?
I think I would. I'd find it out. I'd find out what they taste like. You know it. Also, this is essentially Zion.
Do you know anything about the Muses? Or Calliope in particular?
Yeah, for starters, there were supposed to be 9. Though I guess there are some sources that said there were only 4, maybe 3. Each of the muses
all died.
had her specialty. Did you know that Calliope is supposed to be the muse of epic poetry? She inspired the Odyssey.
Wow.
Spill the beans,
I don't even
comrade.
like poetry.
Yeah, it was said her singing voice was unmatched. So they got that part right, at least.
Did she also lead the ancient Greeks in giant choreographed dance numbers?
No, but she once turned a bunch of snobby princesses into magpies, so there's that.
Love that.
Tell me what you know about Persephone.
Honestly, she's the least like her
Ted
stories.
spills the
Usually,
beans
she's either a victim or just
on
the wife
what-
of
yeah,
Hades,
what is your
or
favorite
both.
trashy
That's
novel?
it? She was kidnapped by Hades, end of story?
Pretty much. Her mother was so angry she created winter. But otherwise, Persephone was just your average sweet and virginal fertility goddess.
Freddy's
You're right,
voice acting
that
is
doesn't sound like
great.
her at all.
Really
Must
good.
be hard to be defined by this one thing that happened to you thousands of years ago. I'd be pissed if everyone thought my story ended there.
Well, she is pretty pissed. That much is true.
He's pissed all the
What
time.
about Athena? Is she really supposed to be the goddess of wisdom?
Sure, but mostly that's meant as tactical knowledge.
Yeah.
Athena wasn't all sweetness and light. She was a warrior goddess. She was also the goddess of heroes. There are loads of stories where Athena helps
can
guys
fix that,
like
don't worry.
Odysseus or Jason or Perseus.
No female heroes back in
Yeah,
the
I'll
day?
turn them down. It just feels mean.
Yes, not. Women were the weaker sex, which maybe is why Athena was portrayed as being vindictive. She cursed Medusa, one of her own priestesses.
Neat.
She turned people into spiders, struck them blind, started the Trojan War. It's the whole thing.
Not being as wise as advertised is on brand for her then.
Here we are, fucking about sound. Fucking about sound. Hope it helps.
You said Pan was some kind of
Maybe that will help, right?
lust god, right?
I'll speak over them.
Yeah, kind of. Pan's a god of the wild, and I guess that translates into sort of lustfulness and earthiness, humping nymphs in the forest sort of thing.
And you don't like him.
Honestly, he's exactly what I'd expect him to be. All the stories say he's a lech and a beast. The Christians equated him with the devil. Weirdly, he's also the only god who's supposed to have died, though it's never really clear how or why. Anyhow, there's a great statue depicting Pan having sex with a goat. Next time you see him, you gotta ask him about it.
I love satyrs. Satyrs are probably my closest.
I
Like,
wonder how much of those stories are true.
yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm giving you the quick version. There are reams of textbooks out there covering all of
Dionysus
this,
is
but
great. Is all I'm
even
saying.
they rarely agree with each other.
Really? Nothing definitive?
Which half,
Ancient
comrade?
Greece was 3,000 years ago, Grace. Not much information survived all that time, if it was even valid to begin with.
You know what I find weird? That the idols have managed to remain completely secret all these years.
Not that weird.
Sure, they have magic and whatnot, but in all this time, nobody's found them out? Athena is that good?
Who says nobody has found them out? The way I see it, it's like UFOs.
Okay, I have to hear this.
Okay, so you could have real evidence that UFOs exist and that governments have covered it up and people still wouldn't believe it. Why? Because they'd get laughed at if they admitted it. Imagine the headline. Greek gods exist and are living among us. What
This is
website
also
would even
Scion
run that?
again.
Weird conspiracy ones. Yeah, you're right. What are Kaz and Brian up to? You didn't tell them anything, did you?
No, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're having a
Jesus.
moment.
I should do a
They
quick
send their love.
quick
Should
edit.
we
That'd be
tell
so
them,
good.
Do you think?
What for? They have their own problems.
Jam, I can't re-ask
Plus, Brian
questions
can't
like
keep
every
a
other
secret to save his life, and Kaz
Big
is
G.
officially homeless.
Is he still crashing on Brian's couch?
Grace, you do know that Brian doesn't have a couch, right? Just some giant beanbag things?
Then where is Kaz Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cute. They'll tell us when they're ready. But right now, it's best just to not mix them up in this.
Sus. There was only one bed.
That's about the band. This kind of puts a dent in your plans, doesn't it?
You're right, Grace. How dare you sabotage my dreams? I am so mad I could spit.
You know what I mean. Nobody
She's
could've
so
seen this coming,
good.
sure, but it's always been something with me.
Well, as I see it, there are two ways this goes down. One, neither of us gets back to the band. It was just a thing we did for a while before I founded a cult in your name. Or two, we get back to it and the band now has the Muse as its lead singer.
Yeah.
Edge of Elysium becomes the coolest and most appropriate band name ever.
Ugh, I still really hate that name.
Too fucking
Look,
bad.
Grace, you can't be the source of all the drama and name the band, okay? That's the rule.
She's great.
Okay.
She's
no
real
questions
great.
For now.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy. Time for more mystery solving.
Act 2, baby. We got agency. Let's do some stuff. I think we were told don't talk to Apollo yet, so we're not. I'm gonna go talk to Sam. No, don't become my high priestess. Fuck, whatever will I do? Damn.
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catchy.
Sick.
I just... What is this place?
It's a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
Oh my god.
This building, all those people I pass getting up here. Are they all idols?
No, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace. Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
We saw this in his song.
How many idols are there? I've
Right?
met, what, less than 12?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
30. Our numbers have dwindled so much I've stopped keeping track.
I didn't know there were that many gods.
He's dodging the question.
We're not all equally legendary, it's true. Some idols were barely worshipped, others not at all. Indeed, not all of us are idols. Some are merely immortal. Hangers on, if you will. You'll meet them all, given time.
Look, I love
Idols
details, so I
live
want you
here?
to tell me all about that.
I mean, Calliope didn't, obviously.
Dwindle.
Apollo doesn't either.
One must have special dispensation from Our Lady of Wisdom, Athena, before they can take up a private dung heap like Apollo's.
Am I gonna have to give up my apartment?
That's rather putting the cart before the horse, darling.
Yeah,
First,
they're still trying to kill
you
you.
must outlive the weak.
Right. Good point. I've passed this part of the city 100 times. I've never seen this building. Was it always here? Or...
Our Lady Hecate provides glamours that allow certain things to go unseen,
Dang.
such as my glorious horns.
Just hanging out.
Olympus is the same.
Show me the cool stuff
Those
I could say.
invited see it. Those who aren't see exactly what they expect. It's not anywhere as grand as in the old country, but it serves its purpose.
You not seen your sweet treat?
I don't know, Pan.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Olympus seems pretty grand to me.
As if mortals would know any better. This isn't the first time you've been here. I'm sure Hermes took you to Athena's dreary office.
Yeah, they did.
That's here? Huh.
Good one, that Hermes.
I mean, that makes sense.
Almost as dull-witted as the original, but biddable.
Don't be a dick, Pan.
You asked me to meet you here?
I did. Though I feared you might decline, considering your rather callous rejection earlier.
Fuck off.
Regardless, my pride is intact, as is the favor
It's
you
not my job to protect
which
your
I
pride,
now wish
buddy.
to collect.
Oh, sure. I'm totally in a position to help others right now. Lay it on me.
Yeah, what do you want?
Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires.
That Sakura
I'll give
was,
you a
comrade.
key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him, and then we're even. If that's not enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the lovely Hecate. A sorceress of her power could aid your quest. What do you say?
This person I'm to help. What does he want?
Mm-hmm.
And why can't you do it?
Well, Grace, there are some things you're better equipped to handle than I. This, as I understand it, is a delicate matter of the heart. One that requires a muse's hand.
Is this the goat you fucked?
A matter of the heart.
What, did you think I
The
was
goat he
sending you to
fucked.
rough someone up? Set something aflame? Don't be absurd. The man has an issue with his love life. Even if you can't help him, I'll treat the effort as worth the favor.
This Hecate. Do you think she could help me?
If she's of a mind.
Yeah.
She is the goddess of dark magic, the creator of all our marvelous glamours. If anyone can help you, it is she.
She's cool as hell.
And if she's not of a mind?
She's gonna
Then
eat
she
you.
won't help you. Grace, that part is up to you. I can't be expected to do everything, can I?
You know who Mary Elizabeth McGlynn plays?
So that's it? Fix up someone's love life? Nothing
Just watch. That's
trickier
okay.
than that?
Oh, the way you talk, Grace. It makes me blush.
Yeah, money to burn. Just like buy a copy.
It's just...
I
Stephanie.
trade in willing favors, Grace.
Nice.
If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be? I may
I'll go talk to
seem
her again for you, buddy.
untrustworthy, But allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly. And with open arms.
Jesus fuck, Pan.
You're saying you can talk me into anything?
Anything you would enter into willingly and with eyes wide open, which covers a great deal.
Yes.
Yes.
That's surprisingly ethical of you, Pan.
I find consent wildly attractive, Grace.
I think it's Carrie Payton, which makes a lot of sense.
What is this reliquary?
Shit.
Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics.
Yeah.
Gods. Magic.
1 point for Jimbles.
Collected over thousands of years.
They're in Critical Role.
Books mainly.
That's how I know.
We store them in a faraway place so no one unsavory can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself. A rather dull waste of so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge?
This is gonna piss Athena off super bad. I'm just telling you how I know, comrade. Saying you have to know.
Dangerous?
Some, but I'm not asking.
Want me to rattle your cage? I can.
That nonsense. In fact, I'd advise against it.
First episode of season 1.
What if one of those relics
Bad
could
idea.
help me?
My.
Watch a
such
TV
an
show.
adventurer you are.
Good.
It's possible, but ask Hecate first. She, and I mean this with complete and uncharacteristic seriousness, is not an idol you or anyone wishes to cross.
Correct.
I'll think about it. But no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named
What I've seen of season 3, it was
Lovely
enjoyable.
fellow, quite harmless.
5 or 6 episodes in.
Now, if
Keep
there's
going later.
nothing else you need.
Started watching something else.
That depends. What can you tell me about Medusa?
Right.
That is a rather peculiar subject change.
Her name came up at Aphrodite's party. I'd like to look into it.
You'll find Medusa at a dingy little club appropriately named the Viper's Nest.
Fucking
Give her
awesome.
my regards. Do tell me you'll be careful if you go there, Grace. Medusa is a
Whoa.
hideous creature. And should be
Pan?
treated as such.
What is that? What the fuck?
Okay, I give up. How does one treat a hideous creature?
With a great deal of respect, if you know what's good for you. I'll send a package to your domicile that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I think we'll see. I'm pretty curious.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Hey, cleric. We're chatting to Pan. We had a really good scene with Freddy. We're just asking Freddy questions, enjoying the whole process. Nothing left to do but go to the reliquary. What if we don't do that? Controller is hard. Comes to selecting places to go. It's a little weird. Gonna go to the Viper's Nest.
Scariest part of town, no sign. Just that one dude glaring at everyone. Well, I'm here now. Just another day in the life of an idol.
There you are. Man, this place is the worst. I think someone peed on me.
Freddy? What are you doing here?
What, you thought I wouldn't notice you skulking off? You didn't even bring any equipment, Grace.
I'm just leaving
Freddy,
it.
please tell me you don't think you're some kind of adventurer.
You totally are.
I'm sorry. Are you not about to head into a monster's lair
She
at
brought
great
a
personal
mace.
peril? What else would you call that?
You're such a dork.
Now this
I
is
adore you.
opaque, so I'm just going to tell you because I saw it on
'Cause
Twitter.
I'm not about to let you wander in there without backup.
If
Who
you
knows?
choose
Maybe the stuff I
Pan
know about Medusa might actually apply. Well, that'd be a switch.
in that song and dance fight, if you choose Pan, he comes with you to the Viper's Nest, not Freddy. So, you may remember me. Last week I was saying, I'm wondering if the game has as much reactivity as I expect. This is an example. Right here. It's opaque, but it definitely counts. It's one of those bits of reactivity that shows up on your second or third playthrough, right? Because not everything should be totally visible to all people, right? And my one concern of saying, is this a visual novel or is this more of a choices-based RPG? And the answer is, it's a choices-based RPG.
Turns people to stone?
Let's hope not, or this could be a short visit.
Or a really
10 out of 10 to the team.
I'm serious.
Perseus used a mirror to reflect Medusa's gaze back at her. Oh, maybe you could use your phone.
You think that would work?
Unless you brought a mirror, Grace, it's all you got.
No. I think visual novel is probably closer.
Okay, I'll bite.
Who knows? Maybe at the end of the game it turns
Medusa.
into a turn-based
Well, you
JRPG.
know, she was human once, right? And she was cursed.
Apollo mentioned it, yeah.
Will stats
Cursed
develop
by
throughout
Athena.
play?
Or so one of the stories goes, anyway.
But doesn't she work for Athena?
Hey, don't look at me. My knowledge of this stuff stops at a few thousand years ago.
Define
she was
monster.
once human, but she's definitely a monster.
Define
right?
monster.
One of the worst. Though who knows if that is still true.
From what Apollo said, I don't think she's changed much.
Then I guess you need to be prepared for the possibility that she is as bad as the legends say. Though some of the stories also say that she was wronged by Athena and that what was done to her was an injustice.
And Athena
Yeah,
just
karma's
follows
right.
the rules, right? Okay, enough talking. Time to do this.
You have a plan for how we're getting inside, I hope?
Maybe. You're here to help?
Call them paths.
Always.
Then I have a plan.
Yeah. Yeah, Carmat is right.
Hi, this is where the comic convention is, right? I hope I'm not too late for the signing.
Ma'am, I'm afraid you had the wrong address.
What? No. Oh God, no. No, that can't be right. Do you understand the indignities that I have endured? The weird looks, the body odors. Someone spilled coffee all over my cosplay outfit. No, do not tell me that I got it
just
wrong.
keep them
I spent
busy while I
$50
look
on this
around.
ticket. I demand my personal photo.
Thanks, Freddy. It is a shame that you can't come in with me, though. Oh, this is going to be a song. Ed. Please be a strip show. Please be.
Long day, hiding in the light. Such a long day, dreaming of tonight. This sacred bite. Hello, who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh, it's the Muse. There are sacred bites, and then there's this sacred bite. So wrong, so right. I'm really gonna hate myself tonight.
Before you start the show, Pan said to say hello. That's what he said to say.
Well, any friend of Pan's is a friend of Pan's.
Okay. I hate to interrupt your flow. There's just some things I need to know. I wish there was another way.
Yes, you do. Now, look into me. Your body goes freely every time as it tenders, turning jelly as it Any questions or comments? That's right, it is widely known that I can turn folks to stone. But oh, I won't this time! Cause this time I find dine that oozy musey bloods my wine this time. Look into me. Ooh, she's looking away. Hey! Look into me.
With no end, you're lost, Medusa. Unless you find a friend,
What I
can be a
look at me, but don't look at me.
Athena made you like this.
She was mad at me, so
Well, why was she mad?
she said I'd been bad.
Had you been?
No. Now look into me.
Listen, Medusa. She hides you in shame, but she uses you all the same. You could live another way. If I was treated like you, I'd be a monster too.
That's kind to say, but you could never be a creature like me. You didn't kill
Kill Calliope. So you know that it's true that I didn't do it.
Huh.
No,
Yes, you do know. You know, does that mean Athena knows?
no. Okay. It's dinner time. You're not gonna watch? Fine grace, I will take.
Just like fate made you, fate played me. Just like
And I won't see what your eyes see when you look at me. Don't look at me. You think that will hurt me, child?
Already
You have
know.
not done your homework.
Oh, sorry, just trying to get your attention. Yeah, I've been watching, and I'm willing to bet you can't turn me to stone before I burn your snakes off.
Careful, Freddy. That's not a gamble I'm willing to take.
Yeah, the
Oh.
thing is, Grace, neither is she.
You ready to talk?
Oh, fine. Fine. What exactly is it that you want, pretty Muse?
Isn't it obvious? Tell us what you know about Calliope's
That's all
death.
I'd want.
Blast! This is why I didn't tell Lady Athena. I knew it would come back to haunt me. I only followed pretty Calliope to the reliquary. I didn't touch her. I didn't even know she'd been attacked until I saw her flee. You did not even know that much.
Wait, this is the same reliquary Pan wants you to go to?
Small world.
Yeah.
She was at the reliquary the eve she died, but I had no part in the Muse's death.
You haven't told Athena any of this?
Do I need to light things up again?
Ready.
'Cause I'll do it.
I told her Calliope was at the reliquary that night. I did not tell her I was also there.
So Athena knows Calliope was attacked there?
Yes, no. If she does, surely not by whom. I am but guessing, however. Lady Athena tells me oh so very little.
Yeah.
You said Calliope was attacked. Who could have done it?
I thought it might have been Asterion. I saw the great beast chasing her, as I was.
Pan's friend?
It was not him, alas. He was as confused as I, and not a drop of the Muse's blood on him. Yet I realized this too late.
So what happened in the reliquary?
I never entered, so I do not know. A question for Asterion and Hecate, perhaps.
We know where to go now.
Why should we believe you? You did just try to eat me, remember?
I am telling you the truth.
Not how I would have phrased it.
Right. And not at all trying to cover your own ass.
You presented an opportunity. To taste the sweet, sweet blood of a hero once again.
You could ask Medusa.
It's a problem. I've been working on it, I really have. I know it's hard to believe what a monster tells you, but it is true.
That's not what I said at all.
You followed Calliope to the reliquary. Why were you shadowing her at all?
I am Lady Athena's spy master, yes.
Oh,
Calliope has been...
you know that. Holy shit, Pan's in the background.
So you were spying on her.
I keep watch over every idol who no longer lives in
Did you see Pan for a
but
second?
especially Calliope.
I saw Pan.
When I realized she was headed to the reliquary that eve, I followed. I had a duty to Athena.
So, like,
Did you ever find out why Calliope
good voice
went there?
acting. Very
I
good.
was
I'm
never
not
close
sure the
enough to
song
ask.
is a banger.
When I drew near to the reliquary, that is when I saw the Muse fleeing. She was frightened, blooded, dying.
Let me guess, that made you hungry.
I gave chase, yes, but to discover the truth.
And because you were hungry.
Lady Athena would wish to know.
Uh-huh.
And you wonder why I said nothing to anyone. After all, who would believe ugly, monstrous Medusa?
Okay, let's say we believe you. For the moment.
Whatever you do, pretty Muse, I beg you. Do not tell Athena of my indiscretion. Show mercy. I know what I am horrifies you.
Really quiet.
Horrifies me as well. I cannot help what I am. I did not ask to be cursed like this.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, Witch. It's like... I see a musical, I like the musical, I'm thinking specifically Come From Away or even Ordinary Days. I'm like, I don't know if I love every song in it, but like, there are one or two or three that are like, right there, right into me. And were like, Between Me and the Sky, I believe, from Come From Away, and my favorite one in that whole track is definitely Newfoundlander. Just fantastic.
Indiscretion, huh? It's quite the word for it.
And
I
the
cannot
end
apologize
and
for
title
my
track of
hunger.
Ordinary Days is my
I can
favorite.
only apologize that I am so very weak in the face of it.
I'll think about it.
I think
I
it,
am
at least the version of the song I
lost
just
and
heard,
cursed thing.
and I haven't heard them all yet,
No idol.
as a battle song,
Lady Athena should learn. to
fantastic. I agree with the very musical grunting.
I hope you find what you seek, pretty Muse. And that we meet again someday. And sing a different song.
One where you successfully eat her, or... Like it's not...
Answering the big question, Grace. Do we actually believe her?
I don't think I can. Not without going to the reliquary to make sure.
What happens if we
think
go
that's
there
just a
and
good
it
decision.
checks out?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
So the hunt continues? Great. More adventures for me then.
Would you really have tried to burn Medusa's face off? With an aerosol can?
Yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah. One hint of googly eyes and...
Come
What
on.
would I do without you?
Die, probably.
You'll never need to answer that question.
That's really sweet. Wanna go into the reliquary? Where? Maybe this is like a cutscene.
Oh, if it isn't, the lovely Grace?
You knew. Right from the start, you knew Calliope was there that night.
Well, yes. She asked for the key and I gave it to her, no questions asked.
Not a cutscene.
I told you I didn't know what happened to Calliope, and that's the truth. I did not. So I nudged you in the right direction.
Ah, you're a son of a bitch, Pen.
And lied about why.
I omitted things, yes. I was rather hoping to avoid suspicion falling my way.
I've never lied to you, Grace. And
I
I never shall.
Medusa learned that Calliope was going to the reliquary because I told her.
Jesus fucking God.
Now, before you say anything, I had no idea of the fate awaiting our dear Muse. And you yourself said Medusa was not responsible. I simply had to know if I'd inadvertently, rather innocently...
Sold her out? She came to you for help, and you gave her whereabouts to the
Pen?
highest bidder.
I am trying to help Grace. In my
The-
way.
This is a matter of
What do
life
you
or
mean,
death
in my
for
way?
Grace.
What way is that?
The way where I don't take all the blame.
What else will I discover, Pan? I'd rather learn it now than later.
Very good,
I wish
Grace.
I could tell you, Grace. I truly do.
Do we talk to Apollo? Because Pam was like, maybe don't trust him, but... Stop avoiding the sexy god boyfriend, huh? See what he's got. There you go. Hold tight. What you got for me, baby?
Grace, back again so soon.
Been 2 days.
Did you find Medusa after all? You've been on my mind ever since you told me about her.
I did, and it was fine. I told you it would be. Okay, it almost wasn't fine, but it worked out. Nobody got hurt.
Perseus was your
see.
dude, man.
Perhaps you'd best tell me what happened then.
He killed her.
That sounds like quite the harrowing experience. One that could have gone very poorly indeed.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were worried about me.
I will always worry about you, Grace.
Fucking
Is that a good thing? I'll take it as a good thing.
If you've cleared Medusa's involvement, that still leaves us with Pan.
oh.
That's a good point.
Take that, Willow. We'll see how that goes.
I did tell you we could discuss your memories and the Eidolon more in depth after the party. Did you have any questions, or...?
Yeah.
When all these memories start to return, will I feel different?
Well, let's see. It starts as dreams you'll have of places you've never been, people you've never met, fleeting images, feelings. Then they'll appear
I'd love
while
a
you're
song.
awake. You'll be eating breakfast and suddenly recall when you last ate something similar in the 17th century. The only difficult part is that eventually it can be hard to differentiate between your life and all those other lives.
I'll be being
They blend
replaced.
together.
Blended
Does sound
together.
Confusing.
A little, yeah. And not all the memories will be good ones. It can take time to process.
How many times have you died? Can I ask that?
Well, we call it passing on, meeting the Eidolon, and it's fine. I've passed on 12 times that I can recall.
So your name isn't really Apollo.
Most recently it was Lucas. Everyone Lucas ever knew is gone, however, so these days I prefer Apollo again.
Yeah. Oh.
Lucas. Seems weird to think of you as a Lucas.
It was weird for him, too. Much like yourself, Lucas becoming Apollo was somewhat of a surprise.
Mostly
there's a story
unplanned.
there. Tell me about this Lucas. How
Yeah.
did he become you? Or is it how you became Apollo?
Apollo
Both.
had taken to surfing. He left the city without permission and roamed the coast looking for... Well, I'm
Mission.
not sure now. Whatever it was, he found it one night when a giant wave took him down. He was drowning, and he thought... I thought... This is finally it. But it wasn't. Lucas saw Apollo struggling and swam out to save him. He pulled us ashore, but it was too late. It took a long time to realize what happened. I didn't return to the city until years later. By then, everyone thought I was Apollo's chosen successor.
So no trial for you, huh?
It wasn't easy at first, without memories or anyone to guide me, but no.
That's why he has memories of making prophecies that turned out poorly.
Wait, what would have happened if Lucas hadn't tried to rescue you?
We learn what
What
happens.
if no one was there when you...
When I died, then the Eidolon of Apollo's line would have ended forever. I
That's
think.
how it goes.
you
Okay.
think?
That's how they lose.
There have been stories about Eidolons that survive for a time and go wandering. That's probably all they are, though. Stories. It's not something we've had much opportunity to study, but normally death without passing on is how an idol really dies. Forever.
You said it becomes hard to differentiate your life from the others. How hard, exactly? It'll still be me, right?
Grace, would you say that who you are is at least in part due to your experiences?
I guess so, sure.
Well, you'll have a lot more experiences. They won't feel like someone else's either. It will feel like you did all those things. They will shape who you are now, just as they shaped Calliope and all those who came before her.
Yeah, that makes
The
sense.
good news is, you won't get all the memories.
Whoa.
Each time we pass on, the older memories fade.
That's curious. That's an interesting idea. That's a big change.
Wait, how is it good that old memories start to fade?
We're many thousands of years old, Grace. If all of those memories returned with perfect clarity, you'd drown in them.
Oh.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean you've all forgotten so much?
Tell me, how much do you remember from when you were a small child?
Yeah, essentially,
Bits and
Luxie.
pieces, I guess. Not much.
It's the same for us.
A matter of time, though,
The further
too.
I try to think back, the more blurry it becomes. I remember the important bits, but little else. Some of the really old memories. There's so many mortal stories that get mixed up with them, things my previous selves learned as legends. It becomes hard to tell. It takes time, Grace. You'll remember all the lives you've led, but at a pace you can handle, and nothing more.
Yeah, he did.
It's a lot to consider. Assuming I'll even have time to worry about it, what with the trial coming.
I don't know
Hopefully
if that's
this
how
eases
I'd
whatever
read
concerns
that.
you might have had.
Swimming out to the ocean.
Anything else you'd like to discuss while you're here?
Point.
Tell me more about Calliope. You and her were good friends, right?
For centuries, we were far more. I was the god of the arts, and the Muses were my constant companions. We went everywhere together. They had many names, but the three most common were Cleo, Talia, and Calliope.
Yeah.
The sisters of beauty, I called them, though they weren't always women.
I never thought of that. Do idols change gender a lot?
Apollo the
Most of
incel?
us seek out
Willow?
inheritors who are like us, I suppose, but not all. Calliope, in fact, was a man in her previous incarnation. Christoph, I think his name was. A poet Calliope adored. I was surprised when she made him a muse.
Who did Calliope become after that poet, Christoph?
You have to realize we're already into the period where Calliope and I weren't really speaking. She showed up one day in her new form, the one you met. An opera singer whose name she never revealed.
Huh.
We fought, as I recall. I told her she couldn't pass on every time she met an artist she fell in love with. Eventually she'd forget everything about who we were and where we came from. She said she'd rather forget than wallow in old memories like I or the other idols were doing.
Of course.
It was time to wake up and make the best of our situation.
One of the big political arguments that would happen.
Calliope was an
The
idealist
idols.
without compromise. Always. She hated what we'd become. What I'd become. She wasn't wrong.
From how you describe it, you and Calliope
Sad
fought
boy.
a lot.
As often as we saw each other. Which became less and less as time wore on.
I hate to go against type, but I'm enjoying Freddy more.
However, she fought with everyone. Calliope hated the idols being kept secret. She and Athena would get into screaming matches over the rules, and it got so I could no longer protect her. She moved out of Olympus years ago and
Protect, huh?
kept to herself. I just assumed she was wrapped up with some new artist when I got the news.
Do you regret not making up with her?
Every day I think about our last conversation and what I should have said or done differently. The problem with immortality is that you think you have all the time in the world.
It wasn't only fighting with Calliope, right? Surely there were good things too.
Is that how it sounds? No. She was marvelous. A force to be reckoned with if there ever was one. In the darkest days during the war, it was her songs that gave us hope. She kept Aphrodite alive through sheer determination, I think. Calliope cared. About us, about art, about people she'd only just met. It was her greatest strength as well as her greatest weakness.
I wonder why she picked me. I don't feel like I'm any of those things.
Easy to survive that way.
You underestimate yourself, Grace. I see a lot of her in you.
God,
She
is
chose well.
that why he thinks we're cute? Oh no.
What happened to the other muses? You mentioned 2 others. Were they lost in the war?
That would be
Cleo
bad.
perished centuries before. The victim of an obsessed writer she'd spurned. He kept her in a cage as his personal muse.
Jesus.
That's pretty dark.
It was. By the time we found her, she was already... Well, it's enough to say her captor didn't survive her for long. Talia, however, was lost to us on the very last day of the war. We were about to leave on the ship, but she just never showed up.
Do you know what happened to her?
We never found out. I worried for years, even hired people to look, but as far as I can tell, she up and vanished into smoke that day. The war had ground her down.
Might be.
I was upset, but not surprised.
I'd like to know a little more about the idols. I am one now, right?
You are. What would you like to know?
Well, what are we? Where did we come from? If an idol is a soul that moves from person to person, it must have started somewhere, right?
The short answer is, we don't know.
We don't know.
If I think far enough back, I can remember bits and pieces. I remember my first Pythian games, the day the idols split in 2 over Troy, the day my first son died. Before that, nothing.
That's hell. That's hell.
None of us do. I vaguely recall the very first Apollo many thousands of years ago, but was he the original? Did he appear out of the ether? I couldn't tell you.
I'd like to know a little more about you. All I know is you live in a dump, you have an oracle, and you...
I'm not sure what to tell you. One day has bled into the next for so long I feel
Fun to
like
make
I've
fun of
been
him.
lost in the spaces in between.
Fun to make fun of him.
Lost in the spaces in between.
Wow, that's a bit dramatic.
Yeah, well, it comes naturally. Music and the arts were once under my purview as a god.
How did that get decided? Did you have a big hat full of pieces of paper?
I think it's a
and you
really
all
big possibility,
picked at
Willow.
random?
Seriously.
No, we chose them for ourselves. Some, at least. Others were given to us by our priests. We collected godly responsibilities like marbles.
People collect marbles?
Oh, whatever it is mortals
Used to.
collect these days.
Loss.
Cars?
Very
Perhaps.
impressive.
The point is, we took our godly duties very seriously.
Sorry, Ben. I'll be back in a moment.
Psst. Isn't it strange to not know where you come from? For all you know, the idols could be aliens.
Interesting. The notion that there might be some other place far away where we're the norm is comforting. Sadly, our memories are filled with blanks. There was a war with beings we called the Titans. A terrible conflict where half our number died, yet do I remember a single battle. The last was after Rome fell. Zeus called us together to relay the news, told us to prepare for battle. And then, in the blink of an eye, I was in the 16th century. What made us forget 1,000 years? What happened during that time? We don't know. Athena calls that period the gap.
Okay, that should do it. Sorry, you drink a lot of water, you have to suffer the consequences.
The gap you mentioned. What was that like? Did you just wake up one day, or...
I know I was alive. I passed on my eidolon who knows how many times, yet
Billion.
the moment I woke up, as you call it, all memory of that period was gone. It was Athena who found us. I was in France, I think. She came to my farm, and the moment I laid eyes on her, I just knew. It all came back.
That could be helpful.
Did someone do that to us? Did we scatter to the winds for 1,000 years on purpose?
That is a
It's
mystery, right?
What about Athena? I mean, she's the one who found you, right? She must have been aware.
Athena claims she awoke on her own and spent the next century locating the other idols.
Claims.
We've
that
pieced together
mean?
very little of the gap or of our origins. We
Pretty
simply live with
curious.
it. Gods we may be, but I'm afraid we don't have all the answers.
I am really glad we spoke to him.
You must have been very different back when you were a proper god.
I think most of us were. We saw ourselves as, I don't know, teachers. Mortals were our students, and we guided them to enlightenment. We thought we were special, infallible. I was as magnificent as the sun, and I surrounded myself with those who basked in my radiance.
That doesn't sound like you.
I was arrogant. If there was a man or
This
woman
is
I
a-
desired, then I had to have them, or there would be consequences. You wouldn't have liked me. I wouldn't have liked me.
This is a convenient way to allow that gap, that memory gap, is a very convenient way to have drastically different characters to the inspiration, to the myth that inspired them. I think that's really neat world building. Really neat.
Earlier you mentioned your son dying.
Keep that in mind.
Did I hear that right? Can idols have children?
It was rare, but yes. Back in ancient times, some of them even became idols themselves.
Some of the idols are actually family then.
Not anymore.
Please tell me. Oh.
Most of our children met terrible ends. A gift of the fates, perhaps. I don't know. The ones who weren't idols. It's hard. Watching your children grow old and die. Never understanding why they can't have the same immortality you do. Why you can't grant it to them.
Tell me this doesn't mean
My
you...
first son is why I'm not permitted in Hades any longer. Let's simply say that most idols have stopped having children, and maybe leave it at that.
stopped. How do you manage that?
So what is Persephone's beef with you exactly? Is it just about what Hades did to her?
That's no small thing.
Just.
Seems more personal than that.
I mentioned how Persephone's kidnapping almost meant war between Olympus and Hades, yes?
Yeah.
Well, while this was all going on, Persephone managed to escape the underworld, and I'm the one she encountered first.
Uh-oh.
Heads
Hades
up.
was hot on her heels. And I had a choice. Either do battle with Hades and start the war right then and there, or let him take her back. Zeus would have had my head if I had sparked a war.
Ooh.
Yet all I still think of are Persephone's eyes as Hades smugly took back his prisoner. It's not my finest moment.
Apollo, have you ever tried, I don't know, talking to someone about how you feel?
I will never understand this modern fascination with therapy and focusing on one's feelings.
It might help. You never know.
Yes, I've tried it. There was one I used to speak to. Hecate enchanted him never to reveal what I told him.
That would help.
It was interesting. Frankly, my time with you has proven far more beneficial.
You're just horny.
I'm not a therapist, Apollo.
I understand. And I don't mean to rely on you, only that it makes me happy just to know you, Grace.
Tell me more about the war. It seems to have had a huge effect on all of you.
I don't think we would have left the old world otherwise. It was home.
From Aphrodite's song, I know Ares betrayed everyone. What did you do?
I caused it.
I
I foresaw what was going to happen, so I tried to prevent it.
Okay.
I told Ares. I figured if the god of war couldn't stop what was to come, then
And that's why he betrayed everyone.
he decided the idols were a lost cause. Because I told him we were.
That's awful. Is that why you...
Stopped helping. Stopped interfering. I suppose so, yes. My time afterwards was spent helping the survivors, keeping us on the move. If Hephaestus hadn't intervened, we would have all been captured.
And he's...
Oh, gone now, we assume, like so many others. We are nothing more than refugees from a war long over, Grace.
Was it hard for the idols to come to the new world? It's just a place like any other, isn't it?
I don't think it was the place so much as the condition we were in. Shell-shocked, one might say. Our entire world had been turned upside down. Suddenly, we had rules.
Yeah.
Secrecy was paramount, and no one was permitted to leave the city. Some, like my sister Artemis, couldn't abide it.
Yeah, I've heard the name.
Yeah, I bet.
Goddess of the hunt. And a wild thing herself. She left, I think. Faded away without a word. As many did in the early days here. Later, Athena became even more strict. For our own good, of course, but it hasn't been easy. This city has never felt like home so much as a temporary shelter.
That's all I can think of for now. I'll see you around.
Maybe
Of course.
many of them are
I look forward
murdered
to it.
and Calliope escaped. Maybe the gods. Long time. Oh, okay, that was a real downer. I'm not sure I enjoyed talking to Apollo there. Reliquary time, baby.
When I opened that shipping container, I was expecting... I don't know, rats.
Yeah.
Dick.
Instead we have... Where the hell are we?
It's hard to say. Weren't we going to some kind of library?
Yeah, Pan said there would be books. You like books, right?
Well-
I do like books. Mm-hmm.
See, there you go. Apparently this reliquary place has all the books you could ever dream of.
A reliquary? Ooh, I bet it has relics. I want a wand of fireballs.
You're a dill.
You are such a nerd.
That is, comrade.
Speaking of, how much do you actually know about Hecate and this idol you're supposed to help?
The idol we're here to help is named Asterion.
And you know who
Was
that
it? I
is,
never
right?
played it.
No. Should I?
That's the Minotaur's real name. You know, big bullhead, horns, lives in a giant labyrinth.
Pan did not mention that.
Why am I not surprised?
This Minotaur. You don't think he might be dangerous, do you?
Oh, he definitely
Well,
is.
Traditionally, he eats people, but he was also supposed to have been slain by the hero Theseus.
And Perseus
Well, not
killed
so slain
Medusa.
after
That didn't
all.
happen.
Pan says he has a problem with his love life.
Maybe he needs to stop eating all his girlfriends.
King of Minos.
Okay, I knew that sounded
Well.
wrong the moment I said it.
Wife?
Do you know anything about this Hecate? It's not a name that rings bells.
Let's see. Well, she was the goddess of witchcraft, the really dark kind.
Oh.
But she's never really portrayed as evil. She was more of an outsider, lived alone, off in her little corner of the underworld. Do you think that's where we could be? Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I bet knowledge is important to her. It could be an angle if you talk to her.
I'm so glad I brought you, Freddy. I wouldn't know the first thing about any
He's
of
my
this.
favorite currently. Apollo is too
Well,
much
I
of a
hope it's
downer.
actually helpful to tell you these things.
Why wouldn't it be?
Because it could all be wrong. I would have never pegged Apollo for a surfer dude with confidence issues.
Huh. Yeah, good point. We should go inside instead of standing out here in the fog.
It's more of a mist, really.
A mist potentially full of monsters.
In we go, then. Are you really planning on doing that favor for Pan?
Meddle in love lives? Sweet Talk, the goddess of witchcraft? Freddy, who are you dealing with?
The master meddler and sweet talker.
Damn straight.
I look forward to seeing you in operation. There's no way at all this could go poorly.
Someone being. Giant woman. Giant woman.
I guess the Titan thing is literal, huh?
Mortals within the reliquary. Who permits this intrusion, this sacrilege? This knowledge is not meant for the likes of you. I shall grind you into the dust from whence you came.
I'm really glad to finally see some charming options. We've seen a lot of like furious or the other one clever. Yeah, have some charm, baby.
I am really sorry if we startled you. My name is Grace. We've never met before, but, I'm the new Muse.
And I'm Freddie. Big fan.
Hey.
If I broke a rule, I apologize. Pan didn't mention anything about that, I'm afraid.
Oh, don't mention Pam.
Grace?
Yeah. Paul the Savadan. Been posting a lot of thirst pics on Twitter.
Then Calliope is dead.
She's still...
Is that now? I thought that was not for another 11 months yet.
Wait, what? You knew Calliope was going to die?
No, I am not informed of this for another 11 months and 3 days.
Or I could just tell you now?
That cannot be. It is written.
She's still tall.
Yes, it's right here. Calliope joins Grace's band. They become friends. Months later, there is an automobile accident and...
An accident? No, that's not what happened.
Are you saying the books are wrong?
Books could be wrong.
They're wrong about this. Calliope was murdered just a few days ago.
That is impossible.
I don't know what to tell you.
You will explain. We will both sit and you will explain. There will be tea. Curious. It is clear something unanticipated has occurred, something outside the realm of fate.
Is that even possible?
It is, but I must follow the threads back to their source to find the origin of the deviation. It may take years of research.
Yeah.
Years? I don't have years.
That is unfortunate. If there is nothing else, I must ask you both to leave so I may begin at once.
Big fan!
Is there no way to speed that up? Whoever's behind it might be the murderer.
Such threads are not so easily untangled. I must consult the Moirai, if indeed they are not the ones responsible.
The Moi what?
You might know them as the Fates. They, or any beings of a sufficiently cosmic nature, have the power to undo the order of
Kitterall,
things.
book nerd, is
That
another member in the
does not sound
Pathfinder
good.
game.
Certainly not. They are also not
Oh, I
beings
don't
I
think
can
he's
summon
judging.
at a whim to solve your mystery. I am sorry.
He's at worst adding a puzzle plus to you, which is a sign of love as far as I can tell.
Actually, I came here to speak to Asterion. If, he is here.
A
think we're
visitor
doing
for Asterion.
Yeah, we're doing it. Show me the boy!
Are we doing guests? Is that a thing? I didn't know.
Wow, okay. Freddie was right.
As if there was any doubt.
My old friend, this is Grace. She is our muse from the line of Calliope, and it is...
Oh, is it who I think it is?
Hi there. Can we talk? Somewhere in private?
Talk? What, you and me? Why?
It
What
is.
about?
You know, about
I'm
a
Googling it.
delicate matter that maybe you...
Yes,
can get
yes,
with?
yes!
Oh, no. No, no idea what you're talking about. No
The
delegates
boy!
There you have it, Grace.
A
I
man,
believe
hunk
now
of
is the
man
time
meat.
to leave.
Rahul Kohli.
There must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. Not this time.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not going.
Been wrong already.
It is written.
Did you hear that? Pan sends me all this way and Asterion won't even talk to us?
Maybe there's another Asterion?
Yeah, more likely Pan's got me chasing my tail. This was pointless.
Well, I don't think we're getting back inside. Do you have another plan?
I don't know if my powers will even work on Hecate, but it's worth a shot.
Ooh, a musical number. Do you think this one could be, do you hear what I'm hearing?
You still here? I had to run the entire... that's a long way, innit? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send you away, alright? I just couldn't tell you, not in front of Kate.
Kate? You don't mean...
You might sing.
So cute.
I heard what you said about Calliope. I can help you. I really, really can. It has to be you. I am so in love with my dear sweet Kate. I just don't know how to tell her. Please, help me tell her.
Blimey.
Are you really the Minotaur? Like, the monster who roamed a maze and ate people?
Yeah, gotta get an
And
answer,
is supposed to
comrade.
be dead.
Well, my father locked me up in a labyrinth, but I never ate anyone.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Except Theseus. But he was...
Do you really call Hecate Kate? Off topic, I know, but I have to ask.
Well, sometimes she has to go into the mortal world for a short time and do things for Athena.
Uh-huh. And...
Well, she had to make up a magic disguise, a new identity. And I thought she should give it a proper
There are
name.
musical
And you
numbers.
suggested Kate?
Yeah, she really liked it. She said, "Thank you, Asterion."
let me get this straight.
I love him.
You're in love with Hecate. That Hecate.
Don't be so
mate,
surprised.
Kate is... She's just the best. Like, she knows everything, and she always smells so good.
I hope
Like,
she's
she's
in.
so nice to me, and she doesn't even have to be. Oh, we got stuck in the tower together because we can't live in the mortal world.
Why can't she? She
I
looks like a
know
cosplayer.
I could make her happy.
You look like a fairy. You'll be
wanna
fine.
Try. Oh, won't you help me?
Have you tried, I don't know, talking to her about how you feel? I take that as a no.
I don't have the words. I've tried. Every time, I end up knocking over a table, or killing a cat, or talking about how sometimes meat has that grisly texture I don't like.
You killed her cat? Oh, no.
It was a small cat. I panicked. I'm just not good at words.
Dude.
Like, really not good.
Okay, so you're in love with Hecate.
Pan wanted us to help.
What is it you think I can do?
A Muse knows about poetry and the heart and how to make words beautiful. All I want is to ask her, but I need...
I
good
love a
words.
Cockney Minotaur.
Please say you'll help me.
Hecate might say no. You know that, right?
Yeah.
She probably will. I mean, she's Kate. And I'm me.
Oh.
But just once... I'd like to be able to ask her, to say it out loud instead of thinking it. I'll still help you. No matter what she says.
Yeah.
I promise.
That's an important thing to check.
I don't know. Doesn't this feel a little weird?
Which part?
Helping him woo her with my powers.
You heard what Pan said. You can't make anyone do anything they don't want to do. You can only make them say what's in their heart.
It's true, that's important.
Yeah, that's the part I can't do.
I do this and you'll help me in return, right?
He's my favorite.
Swear. She's not allowed to say anything about what happens at the tower. But she never made me swear. Maybe she never thought anyone would ask. But I'll tell you, even if Kate doesn't
Eat
like
shit,
it, I'll
Athena.
tell you.
If I do this first.
If you help me, any trouble will be worth it.
Okay. I have an idea.
Oh, comrade. I don't think it's going to be exactly what you're after.
You, my bullish friend,
It's just
are gonna sing your little heart out.
It's Prodigy, you know.
Grace always has the best ideas.
He's a fire starter.
I'll set up a vibe and you go for it.
What's that?
I'm not great at words. I'm more of a dancer.
Get on with
Speak
it.
from the heart. Be honest. You can do it.
We'll keep it here at forever banana.
You cast a spell on me. Not literally, obviously. But I feel in summary, you and me are meant to be. 'Cause you put a hex on me.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't do it to me directly. I'm not blaming you specifically, just that metaphorically. Shit, can someone help me?
It's okay. Okay, what are some of the things you love about her?
Oh, that.
Hecate, with you there's so much to love. Oh, I'm not saying you're fat.
Did not just say that.
Okay, hold on.
Tell her something she doesn't know about herself.
Okay, T.
This would kill Emma.
Know you in rapture?
Ooh, good word.
Is your pallid skin, your lips are so thin, your love of books.
Asterian, I have but one thought. Why is it that you seem so distraught? Are you saying you're in love with me? You couldn't possibly. Really? Oh, you're doing great. Give it another go.
Yeah, it's the RSD adjacent.
Cast a spell
I
on
don't
me.
have that.
It's a feeling that's killing me.
Closest I get is
But let's
cringe when I'm watching
say
bad
bad
anime.
It's just you and me. Katie, yeah, that's what I've always called you. It sounds juvenile, but that name makes me smile. I've always wanted to tell you.
Not bad. Not bad.
Anyways, as friends, I'm only a fraction of what I can be. I mean, I'll still make you tea, but don't you want more than tea?
Is this what you truly wish to do? This love could easily fall through. Imagine if we ceased to be. It's a possibility, don't you see?
Oh god, he's looking pretty bad.
Hecate, it could be this spell on me has blinded my eyes from what you can see. If there's even the smallest possibility of losing you somehow, I'll take it back now. I'm finished, could someone please rescue me?
Freddie, you gotta step in.
Me?
Yeah, you're just as qualified as I am.
Hecate, I'd say he's really put himself out there. Now he cannot undo. It's a brave thing to do. Wish I had his daring. Well, I'm saying that I've missed out before. Last chances rushed out that exit door. I could never let my heart be heard, and it's withering.
Yeah.
Now I'm reconsidering.
I'm tempted, but what you're all telling me is nothing will go wrong, for it's destiny. Have you truly considered this carefully? Black magic takes a toll, and if you lose control, the cost is paid by reality. Is my heart worth everything going amiss? I cannot
She's fucking
protect you
great.
from the dark abyss. So don't dismiss, just resist.
You think that I don't know the darkness inside of me? the stars, but do you remember your history? I love the person I have become. You changed me. Come with me. Come with me.
Yeah, this rasp is doing okay.
Come with me. Come with me.
What do you think?
Asterion,
Kate?
it seems you've cast a spell on me.
You will not regret this.
Not yet. It is written.
You've cast a spell on me.
To think I shall have my own story.
You've cast a spell on me.
And we shall write it together.
You've cast a spell on me.
A tale of romance and glory.
You've cast a spell on me.
But do we have enough leather?
You've
What?
cast a spell on me.
You're gonna get your hide whipped, buddy.
Well, that was diverting. You felt this way the entire time, Asterion, and you said nothing?
I didn't think I was worthy. I mean, look at me. I'm only, half a man.
I assume you're much more than that
Devoted
where it
friend
counts,
over
buddy.
The long and lonely years, Asterion. I only wish I had realized sooner we could have been more. As for you, Grace, I thank you for arranging this diversion, however it came to pass.
I don't get it. Didn't you know this would happen? Wasn't it
The
written?
shit
Of
stirring.
course it was. It was also written that I would be unaware of Asterion's feelings until he spoke them to me.
But you knew that.
I follow the rules. It is written.
Maybe she follows the rules really well, comrade.
I'm glad to see someone happy, finally.
That would be me.
I am also not displeased by this course of events.
Wow, look at you. Living
Did
the
not
wild
use
life.
recall knowledge.
Come, Asterion, I wish to speak of this further, and find an appropriate outfit.
No, never mind. He's getting pegged real hard.
Hey, wait for me outside, yeah?
How long? I
How
wouldn't
long
know
are we
that.
supposed to wait? It's been over an hour.
Yeah, I agree,
I'm
Witch
sure it's
Beast.
fine, Grace. I doubt the Minotaur would break
Your
his
words.
promise. Say, when I tell you.
Whew. You still here?
Why don't you just
I'm
leave via
sorry.
the front door, dude?
Kate had a lot to say.
Didn't have to run.
Everything's okay, I hope?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was so wonderful. Kate just wanted to talk about feelings and that, which, well, neither of us are good at. Right, so, I suppose you want to know how Calliope broke into the reliquary that night.
We heard part of the story from Medusa.
Oh, it's nearly
She saw
it's over
Calliope
break time.
fleeing
Hold on.
from the reliquary, bleeding.
Soon.
And when Medusa ran after her, that's when she ran into you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But I was also chasing after Calliope. She'd broken in. Why she did? Hecate can't figure out. She didn't touch anything or take anything, but somebody attacked her when she was here.
Okay, I think it's break time. We'll follow up on this in a little bit. Time to have a stand-up 15-minute break. Remember to stretch. Your body well. Hey, we're back. Oh, hey, Nasa Calendar. That's a fucking great name. I love it. This is a ginger beer that I don't remember the brand of. I'm sorry. It's an alcoholic ginger beer. It has 30 mils of a non-alcoholic dark spiced rum and 30 mils of a non-alcoholic tequila. Because I haven't bought any new bottles of things because I'm having a baby soon. Buying bottles of alcohol isn't a great idea. Not when my birthday and Christmas is coming up. Come see me if you want to buy me something fancy, pretty boys. And pretty girls. You know, I swing both ways. We know that. Anyway, it's okay. I hated it because the ginger beer itself isn't amazing. So I added a couple of dashes of my, bitters. I don't remember the name of it. I've mentioned it before. It's my favorite bitters. God, I'm great at this, right? Just the best bartender. Anyway, let's get back to it. Could it have been Medusa?
Couldn't Medusa have been the one who attacked Calliope?
I thought maybe because she was chasing Calliope too.
No, not
Why
Angostura.
would she do that?
This one's small and green and only
Medusa
comes in
never
3
got into
packs.
the reliquary. I sure never let her in.
Couldn't Medusa have broken in like Calliope did?
Yeah, but I chased Calliope from the reliquary. If Medusa had been there, I would have seen her.
You chased Calliope, but did you ever catch up with her?
No. If I'd have caught her, I'd have brought her back and Kate would have gotten answers out of her. After I ran into Medusa, Calliope was long.
Ah, damn it,
Only thing I
cleric.
found was Pan's key.
You mean this key?
You're gonna bring me the cool
the one
stuff.
Pan gave me.
Yeah. Well, Calliope must have dropped it. I sent it back to Pan.
How could Calliope have gotten Pan's key?
Same way you did, I guess.
Underberg.
Pan must have given it to her. There's only a few keys to get into the reliquary.
Underberg bitters. I quite like it.
Idols to come here much.
Peychaud's is
And
good
Pan
too.
has one.
Angostura and
That's
Angostura orange.
Yeah, so...
There you go.
I made it for him a while back. Different favour.
If it wasn't Medusa,
Well, that's weird.
who else could have attacked Calliope here? Who had access?
It was just me and Kate. I didn't see anyone that night other than Medusa.
How did Calliope get inside?
Well, she must have snuck in the back way. Where do you think I keep running from? Until the alarms went off, though, we didn't even know anyone was here.
Like, I don't recommend sneaking in the back way. Knock twice, you know? Maybe someone says yes, you're welcome.
Did you say the reliquary has alarms? Like burglar alarms, cameras?
Oh, no, nothing like that. It just has a lot of protections. You know, magic.
Yeah, well.
I don't know magic, actually.
Owned.
Oh, well, it's just meant to keep the dangerous stuff from being touched. That's how Kate knows nothing was touched or
Like a
stolen.
bra with spikes.
Just don't know what did happen. Yet.
How do you know Calliope didn't touch or take anything?
Kate knows everything in the reliquary, right down to the last book.
Everything.
She's been looking, but she can't figure if anything was touched. It makes her so mad not to know. And it made Athena pretty mad too.
Athena got involved?
Yeah, when Kate finally told her, Athena wants Kate to keep investigating, but it doesn't look good.
Athena knows what happened here the night Calliope died?
Yeah, Kate told her a day
Gonna
or so
read
later,
all
I
of that journal.
We didn't know Calliope died that night, though.
Updated my journal.
What? Athena didn't mention it?
Nope. Not that that's weird. She's she's not the chatty type, you know?
Not super
She
pleased
came
with
in
her.
Quiet and cool, wanted to know who was here that night and what Calliope might have wanted. She swore Kate to silence. Not me, though. Guess she's not as smart as Kate.
What relics are there? Maybe Calliope was looking for one but couldn't find it before...
Yeah, that I'm not supposed to say.
Do you have the golden fleece, the shield of Zeus, the sword of Damocles? Is it suspended?
Ready?
You know a lot about that stuff for a mortal.
So it's all real?
Ready?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that. All I know is that nothing got used and nothing got taken.
Ready.
Then Medusa's story checks out. She was here, yeah, but she was never in the reliquary.
And Pan's name popped up. He sent you here, Grace, to do some favor, yet he had to know Calliope came here that night.
Which he failed to mention, for some reason.
The mysterious.
If that's all you need, then I have to go. Kate will be so mad if she finds me gone. Good luck, Muse.
You okay there, friendo?
I'm just thinking
Love
about
how you can just
Calliope.
pick. I'm furious.
What happened to her here?
So good.
Whatever she was trying to do, she probably didn't succeed. She ran from here, dying, maybe straight to our apartment.
Ah, it's dark.
Because you were her last hope.
Yeah. What if she hadn't made it?
Why to you?
She must have known.
My question.
One thing at a time, Grace. You'll figure it out. I know you will.
I guess so.
Such faith.
Next
Freddy.
thing is to go to Pan, confront him.
What an adventure.
Sorry?
You're just lucky, Grace. Luckier than you think. You go do what you have to, and I'll meet you back at the apartment, okay?
Freddy does not want to run into Pan, clearly. The writing is keeping these characters apart.
Pan!
That makes sense.
I hope you're here, because I don't know where else to look for you.
In a TTRPG sense, how many of these characters are main characters? How many of them are players? And if you think only one, only Grace, how do you need to change the game to make more of them? How do you need to change the plot to make more of them? What would it be like to be a player in a game like this, where you were playing only Pan and having Grace react to things? Think about it. That's a different kind of storytelling, and it's worth doing.
Of course I'm here, Grace. Where else would I be but amongst the trees and the wild things?
Someone's apartment?
I really must thank you, by the by. Asterion is simply over the moon, and he's already repaid me with this select tome from the reliquary.
You're welcome. You might have warned me what his love life issue was.
What was it? Asterion wouldn't say.
You really didn't know?
It was exhausting trying to get the poor fellow to admit as much as he did. At any rate, you seem to
think
have
you're right,
worked it out.
comrade.
I trust you got what you needed. More grist for the mill of your innocence.
That is true, cleric.
I did. In fact, I have a question. Did you know Calliope was at the reliquary the night she died? You must have, because Asterion returned your key. The one you gave Calliope. The same one you gave me.
That started as a question, Grace, but it didn't appear to end as one.
Is this all a game to you? Lead Grace through the maze? Or is there something more sinister behind it?
The truth is Calliope asked me for the key that night, no questions asked. Why would I refuse her? The truth is also that I have no idea what happened to her there. I wanted you to discover that on your own. I suppose the question at the heart of this is, do you believe me?
Give me a reason to believe you, Pan.
You want the ever-elusive proof. If I had that to offer, do you think I would hesitate to share it?
Yes.
Alas, it is my burden.
It would
to be
help
forever
you.
Condemned by my idle brethren. I've become accustomed to it. Truly. I've never lied to you, Grace. And I never shall. If you're looking for innocence, however, well, I'm afraid that's one thing I cannot provide.
Oh, that's so good.
And if I
That's
can't
so
accept
funny.
that?
So
if I
funny.
find out you're somehow involved in this?
You'll do what you do, and I'll do what I do, and we'll see where that takes us.
If you're still up for trading favors, I could use more help.
Oh, of course you
We may pay for it in the long run, but like...
If I can make a suggestion, live the high life. Throw caution to the wind.
That's your suggestion?
And why not? Is it a devotion to sweet, sad Apollo that makes you hesitate? Take my hand, Grace. Take my hand.
Answer's the same as the first time. No thanks.
Can you blame me for trying? Come, dance with me, Grace. One more time before you,
Before I die?
Hey.
You don't have any hope for me, do you? You're just taking what you can get before it's over.
I've seen this story many times, Grace. I've told this story many times. And it always ends the same way.
What's the point of even getting to know me then? Right?
Oof. Ooh. Open the journal, but okay. Yeah, I think it'd be up to no good.
Oh, hi, Grace. I can just call you Grace, right?
That's my name.
God's
Where's
tooth. Punch
Freddie?
Dad in face.
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but, well, here you are.
They're helpless. I love them.
What, you and Freddie are friends now? When did this happen?
When I came looking for you. Friday has this movie that I've never seen. Super cool, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, would you rather not share your mortal friends? Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk? I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
Do I have a choice about seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually. She had that look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
I've
She
already
can always come
forgotten
here.
what bit is it was.
Everyone else does.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
What a convenient reputation to have if you want to kill someone,
Everyone brings
huh?
her everything she needs.
What a convenient
And that creepy
reputation.
owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the building?
Underberg.
She'll go to the reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
So this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers, doorways, any kind of transition, really. The old Hermes said that the transition part made even more sense for me, which, you know, extra cool, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I can connect any two doorways anywhere, just like that. So it's super easy to take people wherever. I don't mind.
You mentioned the old Hermes a lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while. It wasn't a great time, and he took me in.
Agree,
Everyone
comrade.
is on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he went on his journey. Man, I still miss him every day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you? Aren't you kind of the same person now?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, look at
It's
that.
only been a year. Maybe I'll feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
You say it's easy, but do you like doing all these errands?
Huh. Yeah, I never thought about it. It's nice to have a purpose. Athena
Pan
is
was
super
right.
sweet, and she has a big, important job. Why wouldn't I want to help her out?
You can't be this nice. Are you for real?
Oh, well, the old Hermes used to say that a willingness to serve is more important than a willingness to be served.
Yeah, all right.
I suppose there's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay. Oh, when you see Freddie, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
You're leaving a message. Hermes.
Sure.
Hermes is leaving a message.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know. You got it together really quick.
I mean, you could leave the message. That's your thing.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. But, you know, they like us. Problem solved. That's, probably won't come down to a vote, but if it does, might help. Oh! Oh, we get a second trait? What? Cool. Clever. It was the other choice everyone wanted me to make, so let's go for it.
There you are, Grace.
Sorry,
Do have a
comrade.
seat.
Comrade, desperate
I
for some
understand.
anger.
Thanks.
As you like. You've certainly been busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are. Including the reliquary.
Oh.
I'm uncertain how you got access, but even you must have realized it's off limits. Particularly for your mortal friend.
Kinda wish you took kick out so I could tell her to fuck off.
But you know what happened there. That's where Calliope was attacked.
Yet it's not where she died, Grace. Is it?
So because she made it all the way to my apartment, we shouldn't care why she was bleeding to death along the way.
Being mad at her wasn't an option in this.
You think our judgment was rash? It was. In truth, I worried that giving you time, letting us all get to know you, would make it harder in the end. I am sorry, Grace. You may not believe it, but I care deeply. I care about what happens to you and to all the idols.
Do you really? Let's explore where all that caring has gotten them, shall we? You're holding on with a grip so tight, your knuckles are turning white. But that's not enough, is it? Every idol I've met is either lost or broken, or both. They're all slipping through your fingers. If you actually cared about them, you'd do something about it instead of sitting up here worrying about your precious rules.
Oh.
Zeus was the first to
It
leave.
is better jazzed up, that's for sure.
King of the gods. And we don't even know what became of him. Vanished into the ether. Poseidon was next. Walked out into the seas. Never to be heard from again.
Well, that makes sense.
Ares betrayed us. Hephaestus saved us. Hades was murdered. And by one of our own. The list goes on.
Fucking do it.
So you add to it. I show up and you kill me off because you can't be too careful.
You'll lose the last
We
muse. What is wrong
Are
with you?
dying, Grace. I don't mean diminishing or drifting apart. I mean, our immortality is disappearing. Very soon now, the idols will be no more. We are a legacy that spans millennia, dating back to the very dawn of humankind. So yes, I care. I will do anything and everything in my power to avoid that fate.
What does that have to do with
Even
killing
if it
her?
appears unfair.
What does that have to, how do you know they're not fucking related?
You know, it's too bad. I've been an idol for 5 minutes, and I've been out there solving problems you've all wrestled with for how long now? I could have helped you, Athena. I could have helped all of you. But you don't see that, do you? You're so busy holding on to what you have. You can't see what you're throwing away.
And she just like
I know
punches
it's put
her
a great
out.
deal on your shoulders, Grace. I do. All I called you here to ask is that you please not make my job more difficult than it already is.
Go fuck yourself.
If you have any other questions or concerns, now's the time to bring them up.
What do you know of Pan?
Pan? That's not a name I expected to hear. Been sniffing around you, has he?
I have some suspicions, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Pan
Didn't
lurks at
fucking
the
do it.
edges because he likes it there, seeking out whatever profit he thinks he can get away with. Avoid him, dear, or he'll stick to you like gum to the bottom of your shoe.
Okay, so you don't like Pan much. I get that. But do you think he could kill someone?
We've all killed, my dear. I was once a warrior queen, feared by mortals and gods alike.
Another idol, I mean.
Is that where your investigation has led you? To Pan?
Sort of. But I feel like I'm missing something important. Maybe the goddess of wisdom could help me out?
Did we pick the right
It would
thing?
be helpful to know what Calliope was doing at the reliquary, but she's not available to ask. Not until you regain her memories, at least.
Why not put off the trial until then? Seems like a good way to solve all this. Yeah?
And trust what you decide to share? I think not.
Actually, that makes...
Who has access to the reliquary? Is it anyone with a key, or...
Does it matter? You gained access, so clearly it is not difficult to get.
Point.
Speaking
How many
of
people
which,
have keys?
I don't suppose you'll tell me who gave you that key.
I'd rather not say.
Well, you're loyal, at least. I had to ask.
Yeah. You want to kill me? Fuck off. I'll take it to my goddamn grave.
Speaking of the reliquary, you went there, right? Once Hecate told you what happened?
Yeah, I was not impressed by the delay.
If you had known about that, the night Calliope died, would it have made a difference?
The chances are exceedingly small that you attacked her there, it's true.
Yeah,
Yet,
because we didn't know it
Calliope was
existed.
weakened, which made her more vulnerable prey for an enterprising mortal. One she knew. Perhaps the incidents are connected, perhaps not. I cannot afford the risk of uncertainty, Grace. I'm sorry.
Alright, let's talk about Medusa.
Yeah, you're being a bitch.
Met her, have you?
Is it true you can't remove her curse? Or is she just too useful?
I wish I could remove the curse. I'm afraid the Athena who bestowed it is long gone. She was prideful, that Athena. As prideful as she was powerful, I'm ashamed to say.
You're not prideful.
Athena is responsible for everything she's done.
I am well aware, Grace. What is it that you would have me do, exactly?
How about you stop treating her like a servant? Maybe send her somewhere she won't be tempted all the time.
Oh, well, if you happen to hear of a diet camp for man-eating monsters, by all means, do let me know. Now, if there isn't anything else...
I guess I'll
Fuck
get
you.
back to my
You're supposed to be smart.
I am rooting for you, Grace. If there's another way to resolve this, any way at all, I will take it.
Yeah.
Will you? Really?
Good luck. Feel free to take a cookie on your way out.
Okay, you should have taken a cookie though, right? For a college dropout, take the food.
I can't say I'm surprised. Athena has always struggled in a crisis.
Well, that's a nice way of putting it.
Remember, she was a warrior. When pressed, she's always turned to that aspect,
Weird.
sought to maintain absolute control. It'd be hypocritical to say it's wrong of her. She's battled for me as much as for anyone.
Do you think she's telling the truth? About the idols dying out?
I don't know, Clark. I think it makes sense.
Yes, though I find it odd she chose to tell you.
Maybe Athena thought, who'd believe Grace if she blabbed about it anyway?
Sadly, while I'd prefer to stay in her good graces, I doubt that will be possible.
Uh-oh. What now?
You may not like this, but you need to go back to the reliquary.
Hell yeah.
You know, Athena said something to me. That it'd be nice to know what Calliope was doing there in the first place.
As usual, you're way ahead of me.
It's the only piece of the puzzle we're missing. Calliope went there because she had a plan. But what plan?
If she left clues behind, wouldn't Hecate have found them already?
Not if.
That's a really good question.
Not if it was written that she wasn't supposed to find it.
It'd be years before you got Calliope's memories back. Well, that's true, but not entirely.
Okay.
Those memories are inside you. You go somewhere important to Calliope or touch something special to her, you will get flashes, feelings.
You want Grace to go to the reliquary so she can have deja vu?
Yes.
Whatever happened to Calliope there, it ended her life. All we need to do is uncover those memories.
Last time Freddy and I were there, Hecate wouldn't let us into the reliquary. Not without Athena's permission.
Okay. Do you want to ask Athena for permission?
It just seems like a radical step. For you.
A week ago, I would have said that breaking into the reliquary couldn't be done. A week ago, I couldn't have imagined being here.
Well, you're a big nerd.
My stance on a lot of things has changed. If you have another idea, however, I'm
very good, comrade.
With it.
Very good, comrade.
What about the alarms? I'm not eager to have Asterion chasing me through the fog.
Come on, he owes
Calliope
you.
snuck in without setting off any alarms. At least at first.
Well, I'll be following in Calliope's footsteps, won't I? What if I follow the wrong footstep and set them off?
Then the alarms bring Asterion and Hecate, and all three of us do a great deal of apologizing.
Let's just hope that's all those alarms do.
Everything is terrible.
Are you sure about this? You want me to wander around hoping something comes to me?
No, where do you go?
Am I sure?
Poke things. No. Go touch.
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's comforting.
What if Medusa is lying? What about Pan? We could look into him some more, couldn't we?
Oh, well, do you have a way we could look into those things without encountering even more lies?
Deja vu it is.
Let's say I do this. What am I hoping to find?
Some memory of what happened to Calliope, even a flash. Anything that gives us something to work with.
And if that
It came up in a
happen,
couple of episodes, but it was mostly a meme. That's where you're getting
As
it.
if your life depends on it.
I can really see why the idols call you the cheery one.
I'm sorry, but why is she here again?
Is there really no other way?
Don't just
It
Freddy,
seems a
you
bit
dick.
Desperate.
I think that's kind of the point, Grace.
There isn't much time left, and I'm out of ideas that won't take more time than we have.
Well, there's always running, right? Grace
Song
leaves the
is
city,
the
goes on a
meme
world tour,
most of
becomes
the
rich and
time.
famous. It's just me. Okay then.
Right then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace? Because I'm game to help.
Cool. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I'm gonna find it,
I
Luxie.
can't go
I'll
to
show
the
you.
reliquary with you. Not without tipping off Hecate. But I won't be far.
I've turned on you,
With the
Apollo.
slightest sense
I'm
that
less
something has
happy.
gone wrong, I am coming in. Still, promise me you won't take risks.
I'm going to die if we don't figure this out, you dick.
Well, this whole thing is a risk, isn't it?
Don't remind me.
Ugh, can we just get on with this already?
Apollo, sad boy, I like you, but I'm choosing my probably. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, almost certainly, Willow. With you on that one.
Ah, so that is now.
Oh, you were
Oh.
expecting us?
That's such a fucking good line. Holy shit. Oh, so that is now. Okay.
It is written that you would come, yes.
That is so cool. I kid you not.
Yet it was also written that you would sneak into the reliquary as Calliope did, so this encounter is unanticipated.
This book of yours really isn't as accurate as you make it out to be.
The course it lays out is almost always correct. The smaller things, they are subject to free will and frequently change.
If he didn't send
However,
it now,
even
he'd
without
forget
the
about
book,
it.
I do understand
Should know
why you
this.
come. Is there a reason why you believe my answer will be different now?
The only reason you won't let me in is because Athena forbids it, right?
Just
She
a
is the one to
giant
whom I
woman
made my
being a
promise,
nerd?
Yes.
what if I said that she's a suspect in
Yeah,
Calliope's
we totally
death?
don't love those.
Is she a suspect?
We love
She's
those.
an idol. I don't know that she's not a suspect. Yet. Without more evidence, isn't her command potentially self-serving?
Sure is.
You will regret this. That is also written.
That is a yes.
Go quickly. Look, but do not touch. The reliquary stores many artifacts, some dangerous.
Got it.
You have a solution? Is it open it and put it in a tab and save it till later?
What the heck do you do now? Of all the times to not have Freddy around, she'd love this.
Yeah, it does mean that we don't have Freddy with
First
us.
things first, how do I do this? Where do I even start?
He loves books. Big fan.
Calliope must have been here. She could have stood in this very spot. Maybe if I just focus.
Will she speak again? Do we get more Ashley Birch? Ashley Birch. Very good combat.
Yeah, it's weird. Like,
Damn it.
I've definitely been here before.
Egg. Ashley Johnson. Isn't Ashley Johnson playing Grace though? We get lots of her. Thought we had two Ashleys. Egg.
I don't get any feeling from that. Will I know it when I see it?
Laura Oh. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Laura Bailey, lots of it. Ashley Johnson. I mean, instrument makes the most sense, sure, but I just can't use my controller here apparently, so it's last time. Stick. Touch a stick. Touch a stick. Touch a stick.
They should really charge for tours. It's kind of amazing.
Alright, well I guess maybe the instrument.
Is that a weapon? A musical instrument?
Good honk.
Maybe it's both.
Oh, you mean this? This? I think it's probably a reference.
What did Freddy say about mazes? Was it always go left? Or go left and then go right? Is this an armory, too? Freddy, are you out there? Can you hear me?
They're getting desperate.
All that'll do is tell everyone where I am.
Ooh.
This is it. Calliope was here. She was standing right here. And she...
Stabbed the mirror, which made her stab herself. Touch it. Touch the mirror.
Uh-oh. Hello? Do you work for Hecate? Are you guardians or something? Okay then.
I don't think they have any internal desires.
What's happening? Why didn't it work?
Oh! Grace?
Freddy! We've got to run. My powers don't work on them. They just keep coming.
Freddy? No, no, no.
No, I won't let you.
Oh,
Freddy!
wow. Fuck you. Main character would die. It's always been stakes. Grace's life.
Oh God. Oh God, Freddy.
Oh no. Oh, Grace.
Where the fuck were
summoned
you?
The Furies.
What?
Those beings were the Furies, beyond all our laws. Not idols, but the embodiment of retribution. How did you draw them here?
I didn't. There was a big mirror, but I didn't even touch it.
There is only one mirror of which you could be speaking. That used by the goddess Nyx to contact the Fates. Using the mirror would not have brought the Furies down upon you. Not unless the Fates themselves decreed it.
I'm coming.
I don't care what brought them. They killed Freddy. You need to help her.
I have no power over life and death, Grace. None of us have that. This was no defense or spell of the reliquaries. I do not have the power to summon the Furies, and I know none who do. You should consider yourself fortunate, Grace. They do not desist until retribution has been exacted. But now is when you leave. Pray the knowledge you obtained was worth the price.
Didn't get anything.
Apollo, there has to be something we can do.
Grace, I'm so sorry.
No, it's not right.
We have to leave. We have to leave now.
Ouch. Yeah. Ain't another body.
Grace,
A cool hat.
I'm sorry. I know what Freddy meant to you.
It should have been me, not her. This was my fight, my problem. I'm already slated to die, if anyone paid the price.
And repeat history? Would you rather have died there, passing your eidolon onto Freddy instead?
Oh, jeez.
Freddy gave you a chance. Gracie, is that what happened to Calliope? Was she attacked by the Furies as you were?
I mean, she may have been.
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
The Furies. Sent by the same person, I imagine.
Well, who can send the Furies?
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
Even in our prime, none of the idols had the Furies at our beck and call. Perhaps Zeus, but he's long gone. I honestly didn't know the Furies still existed.
Clearly someone can do it.
I mean, unless they weren't sent. Unless they were responding to something else, something you'd done unwittingly. I'm sorry, I'm afraid your guess is as good as mine.
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
They're not.
Good question, Willer.
Hecate called them embodiments of retribution, and I suppose that's the best description. They go back to the time before my memory. I was once told they were created to enforce the most ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Decrees one couldn't break, written in blood. Laws even idols abided by in the days of old Olympus. But those surely died with Zeus. Even if they hadn't, you can't have broken any. They're not easy to overlook.
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They're enforcers of the old laws. I imagine they decided the debt was paid, whatever it was, when blood was spilled. The blood didn't have to be yours.
So if Freddy hadn't interfered...
Then they would have come after you. And they wouldn't have stopped until they were through. Not ever.
Don't think we could have escaped them.
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling. I still don't understand why.
Well, apparently she wanted to speak to the Fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The Fates are primordial beings, like the Furies. They're said to control destiny. Perhaps Calliope wished to know her destiny. Or change it.
Yeah, Lexi.
Sure.
Didn't want to die in a car accident.
Can these Fates really control the future?
They're tied into fate, as I am. Perhaps they're even where my power stems from, or how Hecate's books are written.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with them.
Or you, apparently.
Could it have been the Fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
I doubt it. If they didn't want to answer the mirror, I'm certain they simply wouldn't.
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the Fates.
Why not
Yeah.
ask them?
Ah.
You two have caused quite the stir.
Persephone.
Hecate is beside herself, and Athena is out of her mind. Well done.
How long have you been listening?
Long enough to know that you need another way to speak to the Fates, unless you're planning on trying the reliquary again.
No, not a chance. We'll find the truth on our own, Persephone.
If you sent Grace to wander about looking for Calliope's memories, you're already out of options.
Wait, what's this about some other way? What are you talking about, Persephone?
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The Fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead.
Oh.
What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited for this.
Sorry, everyone. Back in a moment again.
For a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But you came here to help, right?
And I came here to help.
Okay, we're back.
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
So if we go to
I don't give a
Hades
shit about
and,
your rules.
Find your throne. How much trouble would that get us into exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine.
What?
Let Athena
She's already gonna
take on
die.
the throne again.
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance...
Probably being tied to a rock and having her liver eaten by eagles or something.
Only Hermes.
Equally as bad,
They
but
won't
still.
take you.
They might, if you ask them to. So your promise to help Grace was an empty one? Step up, for once. Do what she needs you to do.
Oh.
Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne.
Hell
and Grace
yes.
can speak with the fates. It's simple.
I'm not even gonna ask if there's another way.
crazy
Fuck it,
plan,
let's
right?
do it.
Grace.
I know.
Fuck
I know.
off, Apollo.
There's no point in stopping now, is there?
I have lost my patience with this man.
I'm sorry, but this is a step too far.
Abs be
And
damned.
consider this, Apollo. Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies, according to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Wait, what? Freddy's in Hades? What? Persephone, why didn't you lead with that?
I didn't want it to seem like I was playing on your sympathy, Grace.
But you'll play on mine.
Willow.
But I'm not going
Willow, you're so right.
If that's what you prefer, by all means.
That's so good. I've been Calliope for a few days. I'm already ready to ditch this fuck. Yeah. I can't believe the sad boy to disappointment pipeline lasted 3 days. We didn't even get any amazing sex out of it.
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
What a
I'm afraid I have to
disappointment
call that
pipeline.
favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No
What
matter what.
if? You, though.
This is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Don't be a jack, Persephone. Come on.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
Freddy's dead, Hermes.
What? When did that happen?
She was killed by the Furies. That means she's in Hades. Probably. I have to try to find her there. You're her friend too. I know you wouldn't want to abandon her.
It's quick. They're still swayed by their humanity.
Signal when you need to come back.
You sure?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace. And remember.
We jump into the dumpster, it's like Athena's office again, and Hermes is like,
I think I can tell her the
sorry,
rules,
I'm not
Apollo.
doing it.
Let's go.
Comrade, tell Willow the hint, and then Willow can say whether it's good or not.
Welcome to the real underworld.
Wow. It feels so empty. So lonely.
Oh.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter.
Like,
a bitter shade
It's-
named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile. I fully expect he'd be waiting for us.
well, that was quick.
You didn't think to mention earlier that
Comrade.
the was occupied?
The hit
Because it's
helped
irrelevant.
Luxie ponder it for a total of 40 seconds.
Angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed
So
resistance?
good.
Challenge him to a duel?
That's what you're here for.
I'm gonna fight him?
You gotta sing at him.
Oh, you'll see.
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale
No,
among
Luxie.
mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing.
Even I know that.
Hades tricked him, you see.
You gotta see
And
Hades
with
Town.
Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's.
As soon as
not a
Hades Town
fan.
comes out, you gotta see it.
He
My
is
friend
not a fan.
Silken Prism fucking
Not that it
loves Hades Town, so as soon as there is a cast recording, well, not a cast recording, but like a recorded stage production, we'll hold a night, okay?
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne.
I'll have a baby by then.
Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
It might not even be a baby at that point.
Come. It's time to cross the Styx.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Well, you are watching a stream, that's how it goes. It was essentially, we're going to sing Battle Orpheus. Orpheus blames Persephone instead of Hades because Hades is dead. Essentially it. I'm sure there was nuance and delivery and amazing voice acting, but
The ferryman will come soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
yeah. Or blames Hades, but that responsibility fell directly onto Persephone. The furry man come? My favorite. Soon. Soon will the furry men come.
I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Kore Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again.
Oh, he big boy.
No, Caron, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
What? Can hit you up with some magic cards.
Hey there! I'm Grace, Idol, and last of the Muses. Is that enough?
Of course she's a muse. Why would she lie about such a thing?
I don't know, maybe.
He says he's always liked the Muses, and that you're very pretty. No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Caron. Stop asking.
Well, appreciate your sad halt then, Willow.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him.
Oh,
See? You don't even need to interpret that for me.
comrade
Yes,
sold.
What fun. Thank you for encouraging him.
Oh, I thought you were declaring
Let's
that
get
you
on the
have a
way,
sad halt.
Caron. It's a
My
long
bad.
ride to the throne room.
We get to sing? It's been like 15 minutes we haven't sung. Time for another song? Congratulations, Willow. Stephanie doesn't like playing games.
I wouldn't touch that. Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story. Every memory winds up here in the water. I used to dream that
for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take it from me.
Very good, Luxie.
It wasn't your fault. There was no right or wrong. It wasn't your fault. You didn't belong. If my life was stolen, I wouldn't know where to turn. Candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
Very good, comrade.
Someone's coming. There's music floating through.
Well, he's familiar.
Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
I didn't belong here.
is waiting.
Oh yeah, he's a bard.
That throne belongs to me. No one deserves
I
it.
can feel them howling at the moon.
Forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget.
that reeks
But you
of
can
an
bet he
enemy.
knows someone's coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
I have been waiting
Sick.
for you, Persephone,
Sick.
for so long. And you brought a muse.
Eye makeup is on point. Love it.
Lovely tune, by the way.
Oh,
Can't
winch
remember the
beast.
last time I collaborated with someone so talented.
Anthony,
No offense,
rap.
Well,
Fuck.
to my underworld. Let me treat you to a song.
Fuck.
A welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse. Any requests? Questions?
Are you really that good?
Do, down, out. Loop it. I wouldn't say that I'm good. I wouldn't say that I'm great. I wouldn't say that my timing's perfect. I wouldn't say that I'm late. But you can say that he's the best that's ever been. The best you've ever seen. The best you've ever heard. And I haven't even really sung a single word.
He's so good. Holy shit.
Poorly.
Okay, just getting a gauge. Not your thing? Try again. Another request?
My friend is dead. Can you help me?
Loop. The river keeps secrets deep in the water. How far do you sink till you're buried below? I challenged the fates and found my Eurydice, but you had to kill her, and I won't let it go. You're asking the wrong person.
It wasn't your fault. How are you to react? It wasn't your fault. Now there's no turning back. If my love was taken, I wouldn't know where to turn. Your candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
This tete-a-tete is over. If he's the victim, what am I?
Queen, let's not lose our composure. The muse understands.
Well, I won't comply. I'd rather die. The throne was stolen. After I murdered the king, you should be grateful and thank me for everything. And yet you scream like a boy. You kick the ground. I was a slave.
Eurydice is gone because you did nothing.
Orpheus, there was nothing I could do.
I saw your whispers, poison behind your king.
It wasn't me.
If I cannot have my revenge, you're the next best thing.
Orpheus, instead of a life of despair, Hades would have ended you there.
Yeah, like, this is...
place would still be humming.
Oh, I rather doubt that.
Doesn't make it any less true.
I'm high. Am I the one on trial now?
This is Hades' fault. It's why he died.
Who do I blame? I've become a shadow, almost forgotten my name. Held the flame for so long.
Athena Rappers is such a good singer. Holy shit.
The candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn.
That throne doesn't belong to you, and you know it.
Yeah.
We all throw our
I don't want to be
secrets
king, Orpheus.
into the water. The shoreline is littered with every regret.
I'm not too proud of all that's washed up here. I'll put it behind me.
And I won't forget. You're letting it go. And I won't forget.
I'd forgotten how sweet a melody could be. Such thoughts become clouded in this place. Forgive me, my lady.
You've got it, Willow. That's real good.
An empty chair for an empty kingdom.
Still think it's worth taking?
I do, actually.
I want her to have it.
I can only hope that somewhere Hades can see me, sitting on his chair.
I'm guessing now's when you break the bad news. Am I right?
You knew?
I suspected. Now I know. I'd still like to hear it, though.
I lied. Even if we could find Freddy, you couldn't bring her back. The laws of death are not so easily circumvented.
And the fates?
They will not help you or anyone. Even if you could speak to them, they will not care. And never have.
You lied. To me? To Apollo?
Pan says he never
To
lies.
Hermes?
I thought it such a small transgression to regain this throne. I would have said anything.
I should have realized it sooner. Before we even came here. I guess neither of us is as smart as we think we are.
Grace,
But it all worked out, right? You got what you came for. And I got... exactly nothing. Just like you planned.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her.
Apollo could sacrifice.
I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Oh.
Freddy, you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
I do. I want to go back. I want it all to go back. It's not supposed to end like this.
This isn't the end. Hey, it's not by a long shot. You still have a whole story to finish.
Without you?
Yeah. Without me.
I don't want to.
Well, I don't blame you. I happen to be really good company. Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need to meet.
Oh, fuck yeah! Permission slip for the fields trip. Very good, comrade.
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace. Idols don't...
Is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here.
A very familiar, Loxy.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
Ashley Johnson.
Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself.
He's dead, comrade.
Not when there are
Please.
so many fond memories to cherish instead.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have.
Red hasn't been dead as
But
long.
I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you?
Little fuck.
I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
I don't know about you, but I have all the time in the world. Okay, yeah, bad joke. But I really do need to hear this.
Apollo delivered, with great reluctance, a prophecy that said I needed to die.
And who did he deliver this prophecy to?
You.
Athena.
No.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but...
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
Talk to the Fates, they sever the prophecy.
Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate.
She didn't want to die.
To ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
You went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh.
God damn it.
Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
I know it's past 10.
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or
just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home
Ah.
after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
I don't blame you, in case you're wondering.
I think that's important.
You didn't ask for all this to happen.
He was targeted.
You did the best you
And
could.
victim blame, right?
Thank you for saying that, Grace.
People, especially when they're dying, do selfish things. They're desperate.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
She made him.
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo's like, hey, I'm so sorry.
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me.
Fuck that goddamn surfer, bro.
Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
Car accident?
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always
It probably says
require
the Muse
interpretation.
rather than...
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
It doesn't just involve you, does it? It involves me. It must, or you wouldn't hesitate.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last Muse lives.
And I'm
Yep.
the last Muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
You were the last Muse club. Athena will pay.
I can't believe Apollo didn't tell us about this. He kept quiet the entire time.
Oh.
He knew Athena killed an idol. He had a duty to tell us.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
I have to go back. And I have no idea what will happen. None of this seems real.
Oh, we got another song. Look, we'll finish up soon. Don't worry. Scene's just too good. I don't want to end it now.
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go.
I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go.
It's time to
Will I know where to go
Athena's a bitch.
without you to guide the
Making decisions all by herself. It's just...
across the storming seas? I've had a compass bright and clear. Listen to me when I say, whatever path from which you think you strayed, you will find your way. But it's time to go. It's time to go. If I could bring you back, I would give it all. could choose a muse,
You would give up godhood to bring her back.
any day, every day, a life for a life, Farishta, please stay.
Grace, no. It's time.
Fuck it. Let's see what happens. Why would we not try?
Who knows what comes next? But I will face it beside you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You've returned.
Ah!
You did it. You actually brought me back from the dead.
Fuck yeah, we did.
Of course I did.
Fuck yeah, we did.
Did you get a chance to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
Okay, we're leaving it here. Okay. We'll do more of this soon, I promise. Next week we have more. We have saved at the beginning when we walk back into our apartment. That's where we'll pick it up. Woof! Oh, good game. Good fucking game. Did you love it as much as I did when you believed the game was going to be like, you can't bring it back, sorry, that's it. You have to accept the sadness, and then you just get to say, no, fuck off. Woo! Love it. That's so good. Good on him. Oh, man. Oh, so pleased. I'm so pleased that's a choice. A real choice. Oh, there'll be hell to pay. Yeah, cool. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Not letting it happen. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, she probably, like... She stood by her decision to sacrifice her life for Freddy, but you know what? This time, nobody dies. But tonight, the stream must end. Oh, my friends, what a lovely time with Stray Gods. Thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. It's fun to have everyone nearby. It's fun to have everyone like rattling each other's cages too, and it's fun to go through a really great story. I'm looking forward to what will likely be an exciting conclusion next week, but you don't have to wait that long without your precious Jimbles, because we have on Wednesday night Final Fantasy IX unmodded, fresh, clean, ready to go. And then after that, the week after, you will have Final Fantasy IX modded. That is, of course, if I haven't entered a streaming break. Remember to check my socials page. Here are the links. And remember to check the VODs. It's VOD, isn't it? Of course it is. And remember, still can't access Blue Sky? Look, the next one I get, okay, I'll send your way. Otherwise, I have been posting to Twitter occasionally. You will see me there. I'll certainly let people know if I'm taking a stream break, that sort of thing. Now, remember to check me out in those locations. Remember to check out the VODs. And remember to tell the people you love that you love them very much.